Hi, welcome to Dear Dilemma, where you send in your dilemmas and we answer them. Do you need an outside perspective?
Advice anonymously?
We're here to help. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Hannah.
And this is
Dear Dilemma.
Welcome back to Dear Dilemma. Happy New Year's Eve. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing New Year's resolutions, how to make them, how to keep them, what they are, New Year's Eve safety, and today we have a guest on our show, Miss Taylor. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
A little background on her. We met each other 7 years ago or so. We worked together. And then if you haven't watched last week's episode, maybe it would be 2 weeks ago, where we interviewed Jai with the Healing Bar. Taylor is her daughter, so we wanted to bring her in as well for a little talk today. So thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Well, Taylor, I know you and Brooke have been friends for a long time, but I just met you not too long ago. So I would love to know just a little bit more about you and so that you can share that with our viewers as well. Because you seem like a pretty cool chick, so.
Thanks.
Yes.
So I have a 5-year-old daughter. Her name's Lenny, and she's the best. She's very funny. She's nuts, and I love her.
She's so cute.
Yeah. So I do 50-50 with her dad and stepmom and love co-parenting with them. They've been really great. That's been a big project as parents separating. That was a really big goal, and we've done that really well. So love co-parenting with them. I'm married to Trevor. He's a UPS man, and it's peak season, so
love that.
bless him. Ordering all the
snacks,
packages.
Put the snacks outside the doors for the UPS drivers.
Snacks. And I think that's all. I mean, I have 2 cats, Heifer and Angus, and a dog, and I just like to stay at home.
I love that.
Yeah.
Brooke and I are very much homebodies. We've talked about that a lot on our previous episodes. Do you have any advice on New Year's resolutions?
No, I feel like this is the first year I kept mine, and I'm actually still paying for Planet Fitness because I have so much anxiety I can't go in there and cancel it. My biggest and repetitive resolution was therapy, and
Awesome.
I did it, and it was 4 years straight. So I graduated.
Congratulations.
It was
a huge
really,
accomplishment.
really, dreadful task, but it really is worth it. So that was my biggest, probably life goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like you said, you co-parent, and that's going well, and that's
Yep.
something that a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any advice just with that while we have you.
I would say probably just letting go of, the past or, any kind of negative experiences you had with, your child's parent. It's really not about that anymore. It's about, your child and growing up around healthy relationships and coping mechanisms, and that really changes their whole world. It really makes a better perspective for them to see that you can have healthy relationships even when things don't work out. So, I mean, just letting it go and always having her best interest at heart and doing what works for her. And luckily, she has a great stepmom. I love parenting, Lenny with her and raising her together. And then Cody, is a great dad, and Trevor's a great stepdad. So we all really have the same parenting style, but we're all really supportive of each other. So
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
So let's get down and dirty with New Year's resolutions. I think that's a really hard thing to come up with. What do you want to do? How do you want to better yourself? I think we have to, first of all, do a lot of self-reflection, kind of on the last year, figure out what we did that maybe we don't want to do in the future, or maybe just some things that we want to better ourselves in areas of life like career, family, also just kind of figuring out, maybe what your 1 year, 2 year, 5 year goal is, your 10-year goal. How do you go about achieving those things that you want to get done? And how do you make those things?
I do have a new goal, and I don't know why. I've been wanting to do this. We're going to jump right into, I was going to start with you, but since you're a guest, I'll go first. What are my New Year's resolutions?
Totally rude.
Why? Because this has been a long time coming, and it's in my Amazon cart. I want to learn how to play the piano. I've always wanted to learn. I've tried when I was little. I liked going because she fed me M&Ms if I got the key right, and then I stopped going. And that is my goal. So I'm going to buy a keyboard. In 2025, my goal is to learn how to play piano.
I love that.
Thank you. Taylor, I have more, but do you have any?
Can you hear me? This is actually my first year of not being a shitty person. I feel pretty good. I graduated therapy. Should I just hold it? Hello. No, this is actually my first year that I haven't been a shitty human. So I think my goal for the new year would be to get pregnant.
I love that.
That's it. I feel pretty good.
We're going to run with this. Hannah, what's yours?
Being a parent, I want to be more present. I think that it's hard. You get caught up in those like daily motions, and it's hard to slow down and actually just give your child undivided attention away from your phone or away from the TV or whatever it is. So that's one of my goals. And I want to read more books because Brooke kind of got me started on like Goodreads and all this and a Kindle, and now I'm just like reading Fourth Wing and totally obsessed with it. I already started the second book.
It's on my list to read.
You need to read it like ASAP.
Okay, what else?
So I think it's important to recognize maybe like if you have career goals or anything else, but right now it's just kind of, I think I'm still in that self-reflection phase and just trying to figure out, how to move forward and what kind of things I want to achieve in the next year.
Do you have any New Year's Eve plans?
No, I like to stay at home.
Same.
Sit on the couch.
I'm safe. Mm-hmm. No drunk drivers. Don't drink and drive.
And there's no people there.
That is true. I'll pick you up to go get our hot, fresh fries from McDonald's, and then we'll ask for salt. Then we ask for salt at the end. If you are out drinking and wanting to celebrate New Year's Eve, we definitely, encourage you to go out. But please be safe and call someone. If you need a ride, do not be that person that takes another person's life or your own life for making that terrible decision. So we definitely, we encourage to go have fun, but we also encourage safety as well. So if you have New Year's resolutions, just as everyone does, typically they only last until the 2nd of January.
Especially if you're just going to the gym for the first month.
The biggest one there is. Hey, I'm going to sign up, and then you never go back. Don't be that person. So here's some advice on how to continue your New Year's resolution to make sure that you're sticking to it and you at least follow through more than 2 days.
I think it's important to have an accountability buddy. So, of course, finding somebody else that also has a common goal, whether that be a spouse, a best friend, or just somebody that maybe you've met or connected with or a coworker. But you have to have that accountability buddy or you're not going to probably be successful. Kind of going back to what Jai shared with us last episode, having a support system is super important for your success, just not only in, therapy or trauma, counseling, but also in regular life, like just with everything that we do and all the goals we want to accomplish. So making sure that you have that buddy that you can check in with and see if you guys are staying on track with your goals.
Yeah. I also think, I know some people make vision boards as their, manifestation for that year or whatever it may be, or goals. I would say that, or if you don't want to make a board, write in a journal, keep it on a calendar, keep it on your phone. So that way you give yourself a few months as a reward. It could be going for a walk every day is your goal for 2025, and then make sure you're accountable with it. I know there's calendars and things you can order that stick to your fridge where it has like a task tracker per day. So that way you're able to, mark that off. I did that during the summer, because my goal was also to walk every day, and it stopped when it hit 50 degrees. So take accountability of that. That was my own fault. So I would say, keep a tracker, a reward system for yourself, even if it's a weekly one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that finish line for a month goal could be too long. If you need to do weekly, treat yourself on a Friday or a Saturday, that's fine too. And then you at least are accomplishing something.
Well, mine was scheduled. I couldn't get out of it. It was therapy. So, don't cancel your appointments, even though you want to, and it's dreadful, but keep going to your appointments because they get better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Especially if your goal for this coming year is therapy sessions and you are paying for it, or even if you're not paying for it, in the long run, it's maybe you feel awkward or uncomfortable the first few times.
Oh, it's horrible.
But does it get better?
Yes.
And do you feel better?
It. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And you can also come down here to the Healing Barn to see Jai for some trauma therapy if you don't want to go, or just a simple little small talk session if you don't feel comfortable enough going to an office or somewhere, especially in a more relaxing setting.
Maybe just start researching. I don't know. The only thing, when I was finally ready to do therapy, I had a lot of research to do, where I want to go, finding, getting it, kind of your ducks in a row to be prepared. That way you don't start procrastinating at the first of the year, because that's how I am. If I'm not ready and everything's not ready to go, then I'll be like, next Monday. So I think being prepared probably be helpful.
Maybe making a deadline too.
Yeah. Which Hannah and I are starting that for next year, because we can't keep it together on what we're recording, when things are dropping. We try. Again, we're also learning how to run a podcast or a YouTube channel as well. So that's one of our, resolutions is taking accountability of getting an organized calendar.
Staying more organized for sure.
Yeah. So I think we'll do better at that in the future.
It's behind the scenes though, so you guys don't know. Hopefully you haven't caught on.
Yeah. And if you have, don't say anything. Keep it to yourself.
Be nice.
Yeah. And also, if you have any dilemmas, as we're starting the next new year of 2025, write them in. We have them on, the link's on our YouTube. It's actually on all of our platforms, Instagram, TikTok. And then if you follow us on Instagram, we have it pinned. We also posted on our story. It's a 100% anonymous entry. So obviously, in order for us to continue doing this, as everyone enjoys to watch it, we need the entries. And so we encourage you, as your New Year's resolution, to write in at least maybe one time. Give us something that is your dilemma or an interesting story. Because we've had kind of pretty interesting things come through that we weren't expecting, and it doesn't always have to be a dilemma. It's we'll get to these in the future, but it could be what do I wear, or whatever it is. So we're open to anything. Write that in. Make sure to follow us, subscribe, call us.
Thank you for watching this week's episode. We know that we were kind of just light on this one as far as just talking about New Year's resolutions this week. We'll start really fresh beginning of the new year. And we just want to, again, say thank you to Taylor for joining us on this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify.
At Dear Dilemma Official. And stay safe tonight for New Year's Eve. We hope you have a good time and enjoy it. But please stay safe and stay tuned for season 2 of Dear Dilemma Official.
Woo! Did you have something to say?
Woo! No. Bye.